Hey guys, what's going on, man? Mark, and welcome back to our FIFA 19 Peterborough United Road to Glory career mode. Oh, it feels so good to say that again. I have missed this so fucking much. It's unreal. I genuinely do love this team now. I love this save. It's one of my favourite things to do. Mainly what we're going to be doing this episode is transfers. We might play a game at the end just like we did at the start of last season. I might just play maybe the Ipswich game. Oh, we've got Crawley again in the Carabao. We had them last year, for God's sake. I also want to find out who else got promoted with us last season, because I know obviously Sunderland did. Was it Blackburn? I do believe it might have been Blackburn who got promoted with us. Or it might be Walsall. I think it's Walsall who got promoted with us. Yeah, the Walsall looks familiar. I feel like we played them in the league last season. So, let's get into business. There's our team. Obviously, Jason Cummins has gone back to Nottingham Forest. We're going to be looking whether we're going to get him back or not. Let's just do our starting lineup. I feel like that is pretty much our starting lineup anyway. So, what needs improving? Obviously, right back, straight away. We all know, if you watched last season, you all know how I feel about Jason Naismith, okay? I'm not the biggest fan of him in this game. His positioning is whack, okay? Whack. Maybe if with Cummins going back, we could play Tony there, but I feel like Tony and Cummins is the way forward. I've got a list right next to me of people who I'm interested in, who I've scouted, and I've put little stars next to the names. Obviously, there's a lot of right backs on this list, and a few strikers who I want to have a look at as well. A goalkeeper I'm interested in, a new backup keeper, a younger backup keeper, because more than likely one of these two will be retiring in the coming season, so we need a keeper who we can get and train up and be ready for when one of them retires. It'll probably be Mark Tyler first, to be honest. And maybe a new centre mid to go with Louis Reed in the middle. I like Woodgid. Woodgid's solid, but I feel like Reed is definitely the future and definitely one who might be with us for the entire series. Whereas Woodgid's about 27, 28. He's 26. So, he's not that bad, but he could start going down. So, we need somebody young who we can get in there. I'm not actually sure. O'Hara's 23, but it's Reed against the world for me at this point. So, we're going to kick it off, just like last season. We're going to kick off this season by trying to sign a keeper. It's a very obvious keeper. A lot of people go for him in career mode, but he's the one that I want as well. It's a Christian Fruchtel, or Fruchtel. I'm not too sure how you say it. So we're going to give him a pot. He's 1969 rated. I do believe I've got him in the office for about 1.4 mil. And I know for a fact that I will be able to sell him on for a lot more than that if I do choose to sell him on, which I don't feel I will. There he is then. Christian Fruchtel has joined Peterborough United for 1.5 million, 8 grand a week. It's a fucking steal for what he's going to be worth come this time next season. I'm sure that he was worth about 1.6, so I've knocked 50 grand off, which is a lot when you're down at this level. And he's come this time next season, he'll probably be starting, and he'll probably be worth about a good maybe 8-9 mil if we train him correctly. Shit, so because of last season, I don't know what we did. We've got an extra 4 mil. So basically, that Christian Fruchtel deal was free, pretty much. All we paid was his wages, but then again, that would have just came out of that. So basically, we got Christian Fruchtel for free. So that's a banging deal. Now we've basically got 8 mil, which is what we basically started at. I can't actually remember. It was about 7.6 mil we started at, so we might have got that for free. And we've got 3 transfer offers here, which I'll go through. Idris Kanu is young, and I want to keep him, so we're going to reject that. I think now Chapman is completely surplus to requirements. We don't need him anymore, and Buckley Ricketts is just not going to get the game time either, I don't think. We've got so many people who can play at that right mid spot who are just better than him. We've got Dembele, Hendricks, Gomez can go over there, Tony can go over there if needed. You know, there's so many. He's like 5th choice, so we're going to accept that, and we're also going to accept any offers for Aaron Chapman as well. Again, we've had some transfer offers. Buckley Ricketts, we're going to accept. There we go. He's not going to go to them, I don't think, because they're both like Brazilian teams, so he's not going to go Cook, again, we're going to accept Portsmouth is probably a good one. He might leave for Portsmouth and this Godoy Cruz. And Naismith, as much as I don't like him, I'm keeping him for backup. And that 870 grand is a good deal, but I'm going to keep him for backup. We all know how I feel about him, but I can't. He is the best right back at the club right now, but he's just not for me. Speaking of right backs, that's who we're aiming for now. So I've got two in mind. I've got Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who is now at Nantes in France, who is 7 million, so that's probably out of the question. And we've got this guy, Dodo. I have no idea how to say it, but I've been eyeing this guy since literally day one. Last season, I had him on this transfer list since then. He's 20 rated, 72, 4 mil. It's not a bad deal considering he can probably grow a lot more than that. So I feel like he is the one who I'm going to go for. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's just left. Like I said, he's now at Nantes. And he's worth 7 mil. And I am scouting him, but for some reason he's not showing up there. So we're going to go in for Dodo. And we're going to see if we can bring this Brazilian. We're going to get some Brazilian flair into the team. We're going to go Samba style, lads. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got my man. This is my man, the one that I've been waiting for basically this entire series now. I've been waiting for about 3 months to get this man in. Dodo is officially mine. I've got him for 5 million, which I think is a fucking steal. He's on about 8 grand again for Christian Früchtel. And again, I reckon in a year you're going to look at these two and you're going to be like, Jesus Christ, how the fuck did he manage to get those for 1 mil and 5? I've got two promising youngsters for 6 million combined. And both of them are on 8 grand each. They're going to, you know, they're going to look back and be like, fuck, how has he done that? And obviously Gomez isn't settled by lack of matches, but he's a bit of a twat. So he goes right in there, 72. And Loyola, he's not going anywhere. What a man Loyola is. Oh, love him. But this still doesn't feel right. Tony up there. I'm not sure whether to bring Jason Cummins back, though. I'm having a bit of doubt about him because I've spent my money on positions where I really need upgrading, and striker doesn't really need upgrading. It's just the fact that I like Tony there. I love Tony in the cam position and Cummins in front of him. I've got a few strikers in mind, and I'm going to leave it up to you lot. We're going to look at them now, and I'm going to leave a poll in the top right, and you're going to tell me which ones to buy, or which ones to hopefully buy. So none of these guys I'm going to be able to buy outright because their wages are all far too high. But if we look to get them on loan, we can get them at 50-50 and we can get them for that. So we've got Jan-Fiet Arp, who Jack has been on me to buy. Jason Cummins I'm going to take off because that 25 grand is ridiculous. We'll look to get him in the future, but you know, 25 grand right now is just far too much. Eddie Nketiah, 19 grand. Or the one that I'm most interested in is this guy, Musa Barrow. 2 million, 20 rated, 69 overall. So he was basically what Jason Cummins started at last season is what Musa Barrow is, I reckon. I think, yeah. Cummins started at 69, didn't he? I think he did. I'm not too sure. So I'm just going to, like I said, I'm going to take Cummins off that list. I don't know why it takes it to the top. Why does it do that? So yeah, Musa Barrow, Eddie Nketiah, or Jan-Fiet Arp are the three ones that I'm going to lift. I'm going to list in the poll in the top right. That should be coming up now. Those are your three options. I know which one I'm not going to fucking make it. You know, I'm not going to try and hide it. I've pretty much said who I want, and it's Musa Barrow, but I'm happy with any of these ones. Eddie Nketiah might be a bit too much on the wage because if we go 50-50, that's 9.75 grand a week. Actually, going back, if we go for Musa Barrow, we can buy him, depending on how much they ask for. But if I do it that, we can buy Musa Barrow, but the other two will be loans. We could even... I didn't realise the wage budget would be that high if I put it all there. So we can go for Jason Cummins. So I'm going to put Cummins in that list again. I've just said, oh yeah, we're going to leave him. But no, I've got to give you the option to get him back. So he's in there as well. So you've got Musa Barrow, Eddie Nketiah, Jan-Fiet Arp, and Jason Cummins. Those are your four. Okay. we can loan Jason Cummins, loan Eddie Nketiah, loan Jan Fiat-Arp. We might be able to buy Jan Fiat-Arp, no we can't. And it'll be buy Musa Barrow. So those are your 4, get to picking. Right then, so we are about to head into the first game, the only game of the episode. Actually, you know what, we might do Ipswich and then Preston, and then kick it off with the Carabao Cup as we look to go one further than we did last season. We came runners up last season, and hopefully this season we can win the fucking thing. Yeah, we're going to do Ipswich and Preston just so we can fill this out a bit, because judging by... I've only been recording for 25 minutes right now, and not, you know, a lot of it was dead space, me scouting and stuff. So we're going to do Ipswich and Preston in this episode for you. So we'll start the lineup. Dodo is getting the debut. He's already a 73, and Christian Fruchtel is already a 70. They've already gone up by 1, and it's been probably 2 weeks since I bought them both. So that's how we're going to start. Tim Howard in goal. We're going to stick with him for now, and then I'll wait till Fruchtel is above him, and then we'll go for him. Dodo gets the start, like I said. Elliot and Tafazoli, he wears a magic hat, and if you throw a brick at him, he'll let the fuck up. He's starting as well. Nilsson Loyola, what a man. Woodyard, he's gone up. Woodyard's gone up. Reed's gone up as well, I think. Madison, Gomez, and Hendricks as your attacking 3. And Ivan Toney is getting the nod up top, which is something that rarely happened last season due to Jason Cummins being the man he is. Here we go. Oh, I've missed this so fucking much. Our first game in the Championship. We are away. We're at Ipswich. I can't think of their ground. We'll have a look at the Ipswich lineup just to see if there's anybody that I know. There should be, but I doubt it. This is unreal. Hopefully next season we'll be at a Premier League ground. He's Ipswich then. There's no one there that I know. I'm surprised about that. I thought there'd be somebody there that I know. Sears rings a bell. I'm stuck. My chair's stuck. My chair is stuck. There we go. So we've seen our lineup. We don't need to go over it. So let's get into it. Ipswich kick us off, and our Championship journey starts now. Let's fucking do this. A point's enough, lads. A point is enough. Keeper palms it away only as far as Louis Reed on the edge of the box. Pulls it back to Gomez. Gomez has got to run there. Woodyard. Oh, I've panicked. I've completely panicked. And I'm forced back. Back to Louis Reed, though. Who can... No, not Louis. Lewis. I've just realised what I'm doing. Lewis Reed. Bang. Deflected. I had this conversation. Like, because Jack told me, oh yeah, apparently it's Lewis. And I'm just like, it's not Lewis. That's Louis Reed. But no, I atted him. And I think it's his girlfriend replied, oh yeah, it's Lewis. And it's just like, I'm sorry, I can't accept that answer. And, you know, I'm going to do it. Gomez, that's a good ball. Ivan Toney, first goal of the season. Oh, we're ahead. Lovely ball through by Angel Gomez. And Ivan Toney, our number 10, shows why he will be the perfect, I was going to say replacement for Jason Cummins, but he's not replacement. Obviously, Jason Cummins has taught him a lot last season, and Jason Cummins will be smiling somewhere because he won't be playing for Nottingham Forest. They don't love you like I do, Jason. That's a great ball through by Angel Gomez, though. Toney there just gets it onto his right. I thought he missed it when he actually did hit it with his right. I wanted him to hit it with his left, but it's a lovely finish back across goal into that bottom left corner, and Ipswich are ahead, and Toney gets the first goal of the season. Dodo's tracking back. He's tracking back. Look, he's tracking back. Oh, this is what it feels like to have a right back who knows what positioning is. Or a fullback that knows what positioning is. Alberto Moreno. Dodo's fucking tiny, but he's winning headers. Louis Reed's going to hit that on the volley all day long. And I've said Louis again. Jesus, I'm so sorry. Oh, Jesus, that's a pen. It is a pen. Come on, boys. Emmanuel there he's just dived in for no reason. He's just lunged in from behind. We've got a good record with saving penalties. Look, Madison has the ball there. There's just no need for it. There's no need for him to dive in like that. And obviously, yeah, good. We're going to give it to Toney anyway. Ivan Toney stutters the run. Oh, that's saved. Fuck. Ah. Bollocks. Obviously, I'm better at saving penalties than I am at scoring them. Reed cuts back. Gomez. Woodyard. First ball through to Toney. Toney cuts back. And he's got the second. Ivan Toney. He's made up for the penalty miss by scoring the second of the day, and he's on a hat-trick already. Jason Cummins, he's coming for your record. They have not threatened our goal. We've been all over them. Obviously, they're underestimating us being the newly promoted side, but after what we did last season, you can't underestimate us. We were knocking Premier League sides out of cups. We were knocking Championship sides out of cups. We went 100 points in the league. We went unbeaten for about 8 months. They're underestimating us, and it's gonna come back and bite them on the arse. Ivan Toney, second of the evening or the day, and he could get a hat-trick, and it's looking likely because Ipswich have not been in our box. Nolan, now they're looking to get forward. That's going to drop to Ward. Good tackle by Loyola. Of course it is. Of course it's a good tackle by Loyola. What can't he do? In the second half then, boys. Let's just not mess this up. We're going to drop it to defensive just so we can, just so we don't bottle this. I love Dodo already. Look at his positioning. He's where he should be. He's where he fucking should be. Unlike Naismith, who would have went walkabouts there. I love him already. I mean, that's just a bad pass by me. Now it's Loyola who's out of position. No. That's yours, Timmy boy. Well done. That's the first thing Tim Howard's had to do all game. And then he fucks up the outward pass. Good ball upfield to Gomez. Gomez into Marcus Maddison. Maddison dinks one into Gomez! I'm pretty sure Maddison just did a Rabona cross there. But we're all over Ipswich here. Was this a Rabona cross? Oh, I'm fucking positive it was. That's a stunning volley there by Gomez. I know he's fucking like 2 yards out, but the way he just plants that foot, keeper's not getting that in a week of Sunders. In a month of Sunders is the phrase, Mark. Let's have a look at the rate. I'm pretty sure this was a Rabona cross by Maddison. Oh, it only was. It only fucking was. There's a thumbnail for you, boys. Come on, boys. Let's keep it clean sheet. Let's keep it clean sheet. Look at that. Naismith would have fucked that up. Oh my, I love having a right back who's decent at position. And Maddison, send one forward to Toney. Toney's going to get that all day long. It's 4 against 1. Toney, cut by 2. Cuts inside. Cuts inside. Ivan Toney! That would have been an amazing run. Into Reed. Into Toney. It's not where I really wanted him to take that touch. Good football from the boys. Brilliant football by the boys. Brilliant football! Oh my fucking... We are playing some fucking champagne football right now. And that is full time. What a way to start the season. What a way to start our, hopefully, back-to-back promotion season. I'm not sure whether they were the same managers again. I wasn't looking. But on the Elgato, they look pretty similar. That man had a banging debut. Dodo. He's one for the future. Somebody's came in with a transfer offer for Alex Wood. You guess what? Blocked. Don't come at me with that shit. Never. Fuck off. Damn wankers. Right then, so Preston is now... I think we're going to go with the exact same starting lineup. If it's not broke, why change it, you know? And then we're going to rest some of these people for the Carabao Cup game, which will start the next episode. And hopefully by then, we'll have our new striker and we'll be able to play him in the game. So, that's pretty much how I'm going to line up. We'll check the bench. Yeah, that's... Yeah. I'd say that's how we're gonna stick it with that. You know what, fuck it. We're gonna have Christian Fruchtel's debut. Welcome to the Championship, Abax Stadium. It's the first home game of the season, and we have got Preston North End. After the 3-0 smashing of Ipswich, let's see if we can continue that. Let's see if we can get Ivan Toney up to the top of the goal scoring chart. And you want to know who is joint first? Ivan Toney and, wait for it, Jamie Walker. They've both got 2 in the opening game of the season. Now, Jamie Walker was here last season on loan. I'm not going to get him back. Because mainly Jack will go mental. Because he's not very good in real life. So, anyway, enough about them. Let's get at this game. Fuck the Preston lineup. We don't care about them. I do care, but I wish I looked for the Preston lineup now. Who cares though? Let's do it. Let's 2 out of 2, please. Oh, fuck. Where did that come from? Who's marking him? Ah! Nobody's marking the man. Free kick. Just dinked in. Easy as you like. No one's... Who's supposed to be marking him? It looks like it's Loyola who's lost him. It is. Loyola, he's just lost Loyola completely. Fructo beaten at the near post. And we're behind. And I'm not even going to try and say that name. Cedric Hendricks. Cuts back, tries to put one in. Dodo pick up the seconds. Good ball into Madison. Oh, it's a good save. You can keep that in, lad. I don't know why you're jogging towards that. Gomez, tried to square it across. Woodgid picks that up. And he scuffed the shot. Why do I always shoot with Woodgid? Woodgid is just not a shooter at all. Louis Reed's back, winning headers. Tony Gomez, the space behind there, Tony. Keep your flag down, you son of a bitch. Ivan Toney puts it away. He's third in 2 games. The man is on fire at the start of this season. Preston have got one man to blame, and it's that man who, when he went up for a header with Tony, he fell over, and that left space behind. I thought he was offside, which was what... Look, he's on the floor there. Tony just uses it. He turns around him, smashes it low into the bottom left. I was scared he was offside, which is why I told the linesman to keep that flag down, you son of a bitch. And I stand by it. 1-1, let's do it. For the past 5 minutes, they've just been keeping it in the corner, which is weird. You know, like, we're newly promoted. We should be the ones that are keeping it in the corner. Tony's been smacked again. Tony's just a fucking punching bag. He gets absolutely whacked about. Oh my god, what a free kick routine that was. Oh, that would have been great. Oh, fuck off. How was he in here? How was he in? Good. That's it. That's it. Force him back. Force him back. Let's get men back. Let's get men back. Oh, where's the space came from? Thank God he put that wide. Where the fuck did that space came from? Ref. Ref! What do you mean that wasn't a foul? Tony, on your bike. On your bike, Ivan. On your bike, Ivan. On your bike, Ivan. On your bike. Ref! 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 That's a free kick and a red. What the fuck? He's not... Oh my God. Preston are all over us. They completely deserve this if they're going to win it. Gomez. Tony. Just as I'm saying that, Tony's in here. Ivan Toney. Ivan, he's got a lot to do. I've just spotted Madison. Ah, shit the bed. Woodgid. Space opened up. Alex Woodgid! Yes! Alex Woodgid! As I said earlier, don't shoot. I always fucking use that celebration. Why? Just as I said earlier, why do I always shoot with Woodgid? That's why. Look at the gap. Tony there with a brilliant dummy run to take the man away. That's a fantastic dummy run. He takes the defender away. It opens up. Woodgid's only got one thing on his mind. To absolutely smash it. High into the net. Not in the corner, but it's so high. Keeper, he's watching that fly past him. And Woodgid has given us the lead in the 83rd minute. Now, come on, boys. Let's hold on. Yes, I did just go to defensive. Don't at me. It's a lovely ball by Christian, to be fair. Too bad we've lost it, and that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. They've got a man over. Need to get in there. Well done, Dodo. The bird might be extinct, but this man is just getting started. That's a fantastic bit of commentary. Right, this is last. This is their last chance of the game. Defend this, and we've won. Well done, Taffer. That was Elliot. My bad. They're both big centre-backs. Oh, shit. Ref. Ref, blow your fucking whistle. Blow your whistle! Yes! 2 out of 2! Come on! What a start. 100%. Oh, that's good. I want at least playoffs. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave it for today. 2 games, 2 wins, and let me just remind you of the 4 strikers who you will be voting for in the top right poll. Jan Fiat Arp, who we will be getting on loan if we choose him. Eddie Nketiah, who again we will be getting on loan. Maybe, you know, if we choose Nketiah, I'll go after his release clause first, and we'll see what that leaves us, and then we might look to be able to get him permanently if I pay his release clause. Musa Barrow, we'll be buying him if you choose him, and Jason Cummins will be getting back on loan after the 35 goal season he had for us last season on loan. So those are your 4. And then after that, we'll be pretty much done for the transfer window, and then we can just smash on with the games. I'll do it again like I did last with the League One season. I'll probably do month at a time with some highlights sprinkled in here and there. So next episode we'll start with Crawley, finish with Wigan, and then there's not a lot happening in September or October or November. Actually, November's quite busy. So yeah, that's what we'll do next episode. We'll start with Crawley. We'll play Brighton just because they were a Premier League side last season, and we'll see how we get on against them, and we'll finish it off with Wigan on transfer deadline day. So yeah, that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching. I love this series so much. If you did enjoy it as well, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Over the past few weeks, even when I haven't been uploading over this Christmas break, we've still been gaining subs, which is quite weird. Thank you for watching. Be sure to vote on the poll in the top right who you want us to bring in. And yeah, thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. And don't know why my voice went that high. Have a nice day.